Okay, so I can't wait to show you this fabric collection that I designed and it's coming out next month. It's called Belize and I just love it. It's based on this jungle trend and I'm just so excited about the way it came together. So let's dive into how to actually design a fabric collection. Hey y'all, I'm Lauren Leslie for those of you who might not know me yet, and I wasn't always a fabric designer. I had to figure this out kind of piece by piece, but I'm happy to share with you today everything that I've learned so far. So in school, I started out as an oil painting major, and then I was a graphic designer for 4 years, and then I worked in textile design, designing rugs and home decor for another 7-ish years. And by that point, I knew what designing fabric was, but I hadn't actually done it myself. So it wasn't until I went independent with my brand, Lauren Leslie Studio, that I started licensing my designs to fabric companies. So I have this other video here that talks about how to design your own fabric and upload it to Spoonflower to print out. Now this is great if you just want to design some fabric for yourself for a little home project and you don't intend on selling it. You can sell fabrics on Spoonflower, however the artist doesn't get a huge cut, so I don't do that. So what do I do instead? I create collections of fabric, of designs, and I actually license the collection to fabric companies, so they do all of the production, they do all the selling, all I have to do is the design work, which is awesome, I love it. And what's great about that is that I get to keep the copyright to my designs. Now, if you're looking to license your own fabric and design your own fabric, then the first thing I recommend is to pick a trend or at least some kind of theme for your fabric collection. This fabric collection is called Belize and it's based on this jungle trend that has a lot of tropical plants, a lot of big cats, and it feels very just jungly, very tropical and very like kind of vacation-y. So that's the main theme and main trend for this fabric collection. I absolutely had so much fun creating it. So the first thing, yeah, you have to do is pick a trend or theme because all of the designs in your collection are going to revolve around that same trend or theme. So it could be something as simple as florals, it could be butterflies for spring, it could be a new trend that's coming up on the horizon. Really, you can pick anything, but just make sure that it is sellable in fabric. So the next thing you gotta do is you gotta create some art. You gotta create some motifs, right? And so I have my sketchbook here pulled out and I wanna show you these florals. If you notice, you'll see the same florals in this fabric design. The tigers were actually done in this square sketchbook and I will show you those as well. So here are the original tigers that ended up in this fabric design, and I really just scanned them in at 300 DPI and edited them in Photoshop to create this fabric design. So really I combined these tigers with some of these florals in order to create my main hero print. I also did a bunch of tiger faces just in pen and ink, and then I was able to scan these in and add some texture, which created this tiger right here, as well as the tiger faces you see here. So once you have your designs and your motifs painted or drawn, and of course you can also do them digitally, you don't have to do hand-painted stuff. I just enjoy this because it gets me away from a screen for a little while. But once you have your artwork settled, then you want to put it into repeat. Any kind of fabric design needs to be in repeat. So if you're not sure how to create a repeat pattern, then watch one of these 2 videos here. Another thing when you're designing fabric is that you want to work from one limited color palette. As you'll notice in this collection, a lot of the designs seem to go together because I'm using the same colors over and over again, just in different ways. So you'll see that this has a different background color than this, but it's actually the same mint color being used. Okay, so as you can see in these fabrics, I'm using the same colors over and over again. So the background aqua color in this fabric is the same color going into this tiger's face and is the same color being used in this fabric. You can see these are the same greens and so on. And then if I take these fabrics and I pair them back with one of the main hero prints here, you can see that they coordinate flawlessly because I'm using a limited color palette. Now, if you plan on pitching your collection to fabric companies for licensing, then I highly recommend adding your designs to an art sheet. An art sheet has a place for your main hero print as well as for coordinating fabrics such as blender fabrics or supporting, 2-color, 3-color designs that match and coordinate really well with the hero print. It also helps you when you're designing to see how your fabrics will work together. So as you're adding your designs to your art sheet, it helps you see if you need a different background color, if you need to scale up or down, if you need to simplify, if things are looking too busy, or if it's working really well together and you could see it actually being used. The next step in designing your own fabric is to pitch your collection to different fabric companies. And you can hook up with different fabric companies either by going to a trade show, by working with an agent, or by cold emailing companies by doing your own research and coming up with a client list. And so I wish you the best of luck in designing your own fabric. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions for me, and I will see you over on Instagram. I'm at Lauren Leslie Studio. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell to get notified every time I come out with a new video. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye!